Hello, in front of me I have OPPO Find X9 and OPPO Find X9 Pro, and in this video we're going to perform a benchmark test on those devices. Alright, so the Pro version is on my left, the normal version is on my right side, and for this test I'm going to use the Geekbench 6 app on both devices and also the AnTuTu benchmark. Let's begin with the Geekbench 6 first maybe, so I will launch the app. I need to click on accept. In here you can see some information about both devices. We are going to perform a CPU and also a GPU benchmark in this app. Let's begin with the CPU. So now I will run the test and I'll see you in a second once I have the results. Okay, now we have the results for CPU benchmark. You can see that the results are really similar to each other. When it comes to the Pro version, single core score is 3227, multi-core score is 9215, while on the normal version of on our X9 it's 3103 and 9134. So you can see that the results are really similar to each other. The difference in like level of 100 points is like really small. Those is really close to each other. So that's not a huge difference. If there will be a difference, I don't know, maybe 500 and above, that's the moment when we could talk about differences. But in here, it's like, you know, a little bit stronger brother. And I mean, I'm talking about the Pro version. So yeah, really similar when it comes to that. Now let's scroll down. You can see some system information right in here. You can take a look. Okay, let's scroll a little bit to the downside. You can see that we have more memory on the Pro version than on our normal X9. Okay. Now, again, we have the single core performance, but we have other things such as integer score and the floating point score. On the Pro version, it's 3180, floating point score is 3316. On normal X9, integer score 3174, and the floating point score is 2976. Integer score is, again, really close to each other, difference in 6 points. We have a little bit bigger difference in the floating point score. In here you can see that it's like almost 400 points into the advantage of Pro version. Okay, let's scroll down again. Okay, you can take a look on those other values. Okay. Now the multi-core performance. Integer score is on the Pro version 9004, floating point score 9621. On normal X9, integer score is 8930, floating point score this time is 9524. So this time when it comes to the multi-core score, the difference in the floating point is not that big, just like it was for single core. Alright. You can take a look on other things. Alright, that's all when it comes to CPU benchmark. Now let's run the GPU. So I'll select that and let's run a test. And once again, I'll see you once we have results. Okay, and now we have our results for the GPU benchmark. And once again, it is really similar to each other. On Pro version of our X9, GPU OpenSeal score is 22,162. The GPU OpenSeal score is 21,710. So once again, really, really close. I'll scroll down so you can see the system information. Also the CPU, I was showing you that before, but you can take a look once again. And now the OpenCL information. Alright. Okay, so now let's run the AnTuTu benchmark. Okay. And let's click on test now. Actually, let me check one thing quickly. Okay, I also have two versions of the AnTuTu benchmark. One is the 3D bench. So actually I can use both apps. I don't know why, because when I was doing only the AnTuTu benchmark, also the 3D version downloaded. Weird thing. Let me only close that for now. So first let's run the test using the this version, and then I'll do it once again on the 3D. Okay, so let's click on test now. And okay, I'll see you once we have the results. Okay, we have the results. Above we can see the overall score. We can see that the Pro version defeated 70% of users. Wow. So I think that's pretty okay. And the normal Find X9 defeated 50%. Alright, let's take a look on the CPU. In here you can take a look on the points. How does it look like? When it comes to the memory, that's the thing that it's really similar to each other. We can see biggest difference, for example, in the GPU and the last thing, UX. In here I can also expand those information, so we can take a look. Alright, now the GPU. Now the memory. Oh my bad, that we have more. So we can take a look. Alright. And now the UX. Alright. We can also see how much the battery drained, and also the temperature during that benchmark, how it increased. Alright, now let's try with this second 3D benchmark. So let's do it. Oh, actually, yeah, just like I have thought. It's the same, just like it was before. Okay, so my bad. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.